Welcome to episode 7 of Band Stripped. Our guest tonight is Lindsay Mcguire, and she'll be supported by Beverly and John to set up the SA Music Box's Band Strip feature for tonight. She'll be playing 3 songs. In fact, we actually have 4 songs on the video featurette. Take a seat back and enjoy. Lindsay Mcguire, welcome to the Band Strip studio. This is your first time here?
Yes.
Fantastic. I hope you're not feeling nervous because this is a very chill session.
No, not nervous at all. I'm just feeling excited and
fantastic because this session is all about you and your music. Yeah. So we really want to feature this for the audience and for the listeners out there to give them insight into the mind of a singer-songwriter.
Yes. It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous, but dangerous is where we like to be in the show, you know. So can you tell me where you started your musical career? What was your first memory?
Well, obviously my passion's gone from when I was 3 years old, growing up, always wanting to be a singer, always jumping on the couches and singing to the bands, watching concert in the park and just having that passion to be on stage and perform. My early memories were, leaving school, had met this guy. He was a producer and he sang in a 2-piece band covers. So that was my first band I joined. It was Crystal December.
Oh, so you joined the band, you're not like just a groupie?
No, I was a groupie and then I joined the band,
They discovered you had some talent and...
Yes, singing talent.
You were onboarded into the band.
Yes. So 2-piece band, we did all the corporates, the pub gigs, and that's where I learned how to sing different genres, different styles, and then built my performance, repertoire,
How old were you at that time?
I think I was about 21, 22,
Okay, so, I mean, do you have any earlier memories of being in music, or was that
singing at the fashion shows at school, and, our school choir wasn't that good, or our drama wasn't that good at school, so...
Which school was that? I'm just kidding. You don't have to say it, but you can.
No, that's fine. So that school, we didn't have it wasn't very developed. These days the schools have developed drama schools. They've got music schools and that. And I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't have the tools. I go home and I sing, so I focused on sports a lot. So I played first team water polo, first team hockey, and got my colors for that, and so I was really focused on sport in the high school. So just leaving school, I knew what I wanted to do, and studied sound engineering and did gigs. Was that I started working at an early age.
Very interesting, because that's quite a wide range of subject matter. I mean, listen, I was a sports person too, and I love music, so I know how different those two worlds are, which brings me to the point of songwriting. What is the type of subject matter you end up focusing on? What do you enjoy writing about?
I write about healing. A lot of my stuff is about getting through situations. I can be very deep and very intense in my emotions and trying to understand them. And so a lot of my stuff is trying to work through things, and it's actually healing, You
find that music as an outlet when you write can shed a greater understanding on a particular piece of subject matter?
Yes, I think it's, yes. Please don't put that in.
Of course we will put it in here. No. Tell us about the song Save Me, which is your first track that you're going to play tonight.
Save Me, I didn't write. That's the song I didn't write. Mark Belling produced and wrote most of my album.
Okay. Very talented guy.
And it was a Sama-nominated album.
Yeah.
And so he wrote the song, but I performed it. It did really well. It went to number 1 couple of weeks, like over 18 weeks on 5FM.
Wow.
I think it was the longest number 1 on 5 at that time, and on the High 5 at 5. So it did really well. It was also on Tux FM, I don't want to mention other radios, but, that's where it was.
Well, we are very excited to hear the song, because I can say this about you, Lindsay, the time that I know you. You are an incredibly surprising package. Who you display yourself to be and what you actually are is like 2 very different things, and I think that's amazing.
Wow.
And very quintessential in the shape of a musician is that your true expression comes out when you're playing music.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's Lindsay Mcguire, and she'll be playing Save Me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I've got to get away from you. I've got to get away from me, and you know I want you to go. Don't hang around, let me down, I just don't want you near me. I am who I am, doing what I can, ain't gonna change me. I never wanted you to save me, I'm walking away. I never wanted you to open my eyes, wanted you to save me, I'm walking away. All I ever wanted was somebody that will love me for me. Don't try to justify your reasons you wanna die. Without me in your life, I'm walking away, I'm walking away. You won't suffocate me or break me or change me again, yeah. I never wanted you to save me, I'm walking away. I never wanted you to open my eyes, wanted you to save me, I'm walking away. All I ever wanted was somebody that will love me for me. I'm not your toy and you're not my boy. I'm not your toy and you're not my boy. I'm not your toy and you're not my boy. I'm not your toy and you. I never wanted you to save me, I'm walking away. I never wanted you to open my eyes, wanted you to save me, I'm walking away. All I ever wanted was somebody that will love me for me. Well, that will love me for me. Well, that will love me for me. Well, that will love me for me, for me. Well, that will love me for me.
Welcome back to Band Stripped. That was Lindsay Mcguire with Save Me. Lindsay, wow. There's a lot of power in that song and in your voice, and the energy in the song was fantastic.
Thank
You should share some of that with Eskom.
The power.
Yes.
I wish I'd be singing all day.
Now tell me, there are two people sitting next to you who are strumming away on these guitars and helping you create all this beautiful energy in the studio. Who are they?
These are two very special friends of mine.
Yeah.
And on the right, we got Beverly Jane.
Beverly Jane, who was on this show last week.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. So Beverly Jane, and then we've got the most incredible Johnny Late.
Johnny, I like your vibe, man. Have you ever watched a show called WKRP in Cincinnati?
No.
There's a character in the name Johnny Fever. He's got your vibe going on. Very cool.
I must check it
Gabby
out.
Fever.
Well, welcome and thank you for playing with Lindsay and making the sound cool. Lindsay, who are the artists that have influenced you the most?
Well, vocally, I think, just going back, I was growing up with the Carpenters and, Celine Dion and Whitney Houston and stuff. I loved singing to that, because it pushed me. And then obviously just vocally, when Pink came out, Kelly Clarkson came out, I think that's really where my voice sits, is that Pink,
Yeah.
Joss Stone.
So your voice is somewhere between Pink, Kelly Clarkson, Joss Stone.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think so.
I used to think mine was like a mix between like Eddie Vedder
Yeah.
meets Luther Vandross
Really?
meets Janis Joplin.
Amazing.
But I was completely wrong. I sound like none of them. So apparently.
It's what we think,
Yes.
But also a lot of what people have told me, I also did some vocal work on those 100% albums.
Oh, yeah.
So
Electromode.
Electromode stuff. So I did the Katy Perry, I did the Kelly Clarkson, and I did the Pink stuff. So.
I see. Okay, cool. Your next track is called June, July.
Yes.
So this is a song I assume you wrote.
Yes. Another healing song. It's got quite a story to it.
Is it a winter story?
It's a June, July story. Yeah, it's a cold winter's day vibe. So, back in the day, we're looking at about 19 years ago, my dad was hijacked in the driveway. And, as a 20-year-old, it really is something hard to get over when, you don't have the tools and you just want to release somehow, So June, July has always been quite a hard time for me. You know, my dad's birthday is in it. There's Father's Day. There's the date of his passing. So it just affected me a lot over the years. So it was just something for me to heal myself with, you know. And, you know, and in turn as well, it's helped a lot of people as well. You know, people have come to me and said, listen, really love that song. It helps me deal with my situation. And for me as an artist, that really is what it's about.
That's the beauty of songwriting. You know, you write something that is very deeply personal and emotional, and really for yourself. And when you share it with the world, it becomes about everybody else. And 100%. Everyone could have a different interpretation to that particular track. But that's your gift as a songwriter to the rest of the world. So thank you for that. This is Lindsay Mcguire with June, July.
Father's Day, we showed you how we loved your special ways. Daddy's girl, you knew I loved you and you are my world. You held me close and asked if I was okay. Somehow you knew your soul was going away. June, July, thought I heard the angels cry as my world came crashing down. June, July, the air I breathe is cold and dry, and Daddy's little girl was left alone. It was June, July. June, July. Winter's day, the sun was high. How could we be afraid? A big bang cuts through the air outside. Time stands still as I hear those cries and screaming. They said, don't look at something I shouldn't see. My daddy's body lying in front of me. June, July, thought I heard the angels cry as my world came crashing down. But June, July, the air I breathe is cold and dry, and Daddy's little girl was left alone. Was the 8th of July. June, July. They said, don't look at something I shouldn't see. My daddy's body lying in front of me. June, July, I thought I heard the angels cry as my world came crashing down. June, July, the air I breathe is cold and dry, and Daddy's little girl was left alone. It was June, July. It was June, July. June, July.
Welcome back to Band Stripped on Hot 91.9. That was Lindsay Mcguire with June, July, a very poignant and emotional track. Lindsay, that track was just breathtaking.
Thank you.
And I
normally
think
hand out tissues when I play that song to
no,
people.
I think you would. It's. I mean, I was sitting right opposite you, and I was completely taken by the lyrical content, and also I think the general composition of the song.
Well, that's Mark Belling. He put it together and really made it. Wow, you know, he said he couldn't actually get through composing it on the piano because he just started crying every time.
Do you get emotional when you sing the song now?
I tell you what, it took me a lot of years. I'm talking about 5 years to actually be able to sing the song live.
I can imagine.
I've sang the song live before, ran off stage to the bathroom, punched the door a bit, you know, just because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle my emotions, and I didn't know. It was hard for me. But these days, it's much better.
But thank you for that. I mean, that's a true South African music treasure, that particular song. I think a lot of people can identify and relate with that in our modern South African environment.
Indeed.
What have you recorded lately?
Lately, I've recorded some exciting songs. I was in studio with Dale Schnettler from Prime Circle and Harvey Combrink. We did a couple of songs there. And just recently recorded I Surrender with Mark Belling as well. And Beverly Jane and I are busy co-writing a lot of songs. So, which is,
Nice. Babe, you keeping busy too there. Yeah, behind the scenes. Very nice. Very nice to hear. What do you think, I mean, in your opinion, I mean, this is not an easy question, but I suppose I always like to ask musicians this question because I'm very curious to hear your point of view.
Yes.
What do you think in general should be done to promote more SA music?
When my second album was released, it was around like 10 years ago. Things were picking up in the music industry. I think right now, as it stands, you know, I was working backstage on the Cure concert now this weekend, and the level of musicianship that we have right now is insane. You know, the performance, the sound, we're not that South African sound anymore. You know, we compete against the internationals.
Yeah.
But the only thing I can say is we don't have enough audience participation. People don't go to gigs anymore. Therefore, there aren't any gigs anymore, you know. So, you know, support the artists, you know, even the bands, support the bands, you know, support each other. Let's fill venues. And I think that, you know, that will just help it be promoted even more, you know.
We've had many people on this show talking about the lack of venues, etc. But I suppose it's all in relation to the number of people that attend the venues, because it's got to be profitable for them too.
Yeah.
Listen, I echo your sentiments. I think more people should be coming out to watch SA music, and it's got a lot to do with venues and people together and having the right rosters.
Them for what they are. You know, we're very critical. I think the South African market, audience, is very critical. So, you know, just go there, have a good time. And, you know, if the guy's wearing a purple striped pants, let him wear that, because that's what he is.
So did you just say purple striped pants?
Yeah.
I like that.
Are you going to wear it next gig?
I can see John. Yeah, exactly. I can see him in one of those. I do have a purple striped jacket, though.
Oh, really? Amazing. You're in the band. Can you?
Yeah. But Bev and I were talking last week about the same thing. It's about being able to create, let's say, commercially viable rosters of musicians on a particular bill that will give the venue sufficient motivation
to book them.
And
it's not just a DJ
then if there's 4 artists playing on a bill, you have the collective audience of the 4 artists in one venue, and it becomes a viable event. Yeah. So everyone needs to work together. You know, I think there needs to be more collaboration. Now, from your new single, you said it's called I Surrender.
Yes.
What's the story behind the song?
A lot of things, you know, going through 10 years of, 18 years of my dad's thing, life, you know, growing as a person. I've changed a lot. I've looked within, you know, and I had to surrender to a lot of things. I had to surrender to some of my flaws, some of my things I can't control, some of, just surrender to a higher power that just says, listen, I can't do this alone. Please help me. And to a lot of aspects of my life. So, you know, it's just, you know, surrender to what is.
I completely get it. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that too. Yeah. This is Lindsay Mcguire with I Surrender her latest recording.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I took another pill and I went down the rabbit hole. Forgot where I have been and that I had somewhere to go. Forgot what I had seen and so around and round I go. I took another pill to see if I could get back home. And all along the way I heard you crying in the distance, that you knew the way and I should give up my resistance. And I surrender, I do. It's too hard to live this life the way I knew. And I surrender, I do. I can't fight another minute. I wanna live right in it. Night, it came too soon again. Light already gone. I'm feeling so confused again. Forgot my way back home. And now I'm battered, bruised again. I thought that I had grown. I think I'm feeling used again by the demons of my own. And all along the way I heard you crying in the distance, that you knew the way and I should give up my resistance. And I surrender, I do. It's too hard to live this life the way I knew. And I surrender, I do. I can't fight another minute. I wanna live right in it. To be who I am, so much lighter. Wanted to stand where I land, so much brighter. Almost gave up all my plans, running faster, drowning right here on dry land. It won't last so. And I surrender, I do. It's too hard to live this life the way I knew. And I surrender, I do. I can't fight another minute. I wanna live right in it. I surrender, I do. I surrender, I do. I surrender, I do. I surrender, I do. And I surrender, I do. I surrender, I do. I surrender, I do. I surrender, I do.
And that was Lindsay Mcguire with the emotional I Surrender right here on Band Stripped on Hot 91.9 and Hot TV. Lindsay, that was a beautiful, beautiful track, and you have an amazing voice. Sitting here and listening to you, there's so much of power in your voice. You are a true talent, and I think it's my opinion that South Africa has to hear a lot more of you. Now, I know that you have something coming up soon. You did a song recently with Beverly also called I Alone.
Yes. It's a cover version of the song "I Alone" by the band Live.
From the album Throwing Copper.
Yes, and we've done a big production on it, so it's very loud. It's very full production. It's Mark at his best.
And where will you be performing that, Nick?
Well, we're going to do the stripped down version at the Brazen Head Library in Sandton on the 6th of April. Beverly Jane is having a up close and personal.
It's a stripped down version of the song, right?
Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah. No, we're not stripped down, but if you
no,
want to come there,
I was not sure, and the listeners who can't see this, we will see it. Have to be sure to. So
acoustic version.
Yes, well played, sir.
And so yeah, it was a very nice take on that, and we really had a lot of fun doing that. So we'll definitely 6th of April. Get your tickets at quicket.co.za, and you can just look for Beverly Jane Back to Love.
Fantastic. So you can catch Beverly Jane and Lindsay Mcguire on that bill, and you'll be in for a treat. So please make sure you get down there to support them. Thank you very much, Lindsay, for joining us.
Thank you so
much. Now we are leaving the audience with a bit of a treat. So we're saying goodbye to the radio audience, but for people who catch this video featurette, there's an extra track called Taking Control, which will be featured on the video featurette. So don't forget to catch that on our Facebook and our YouTube sites on Hot 91.9. Yes. Lindsay, thank you.
Thank you very much
for gracing us with your presence and bringing the band in, the Lindsay Mcguire Band.
Well, new addition, Beverly Jane. But yes, thank you very much. Loved it. And you can also check out my website, lindsaymcguire.co.za, and Lindsay Mcguire Band page on Facebook.
Lovely. And to the audience out there, you can go out there and please support Lindsay Mcguire. You heard her right here on Hot 91.9. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you so much. Peace out. A-Town.
1, 2, 3.
Once you were take back my life. I'm taking back my life. Oh, gonna take back my life. Gonna take back my life.
And that was the Band's Troop feature with Lindsay Mcguire. Don't forget, you can catch it on Facebook and on YouTube, gracing us with 4 wonderful tracks with an amazingly powerful voice. Thank you, Lindsay.